through Terry and Stewart now. Intersection of Terry and Stewart.
Take your fucking hand off that trigger. It doesn't matter. Flash me, bitch. Keep flashing me on my hand. I will defend myself.
Well, I hope I don't get detained again. That would suck.
And through the megaphone, we heard them.
Her sign says silence is violence. What's the other side say? Thank you for your dedication.
All right, currently they're chanting, "Who do you serve?"
Who do you serve? Who do you serve? Who do you protect?
Like, I feel like for the past 2 weeks they've been totally okay with people marching and being in the streets, but today they were like, no.
That's exactly that. That's what we interviewed people before this popped off. Yeah. Let the public hear your opinion about that as well. It's more than one voice.
Yeah, we've been here since like pretty much the very beginning, and the first couple of days there was a lot of violence, obviously instigated by the police, and then for like the last 2 weeks we've been here and they've let us march mostly been pretty peaceful. They've stayed out of our way, and then today out of nowhere it was like you're not allowed to be in the streets. They pushed us out of the streets with their bikes, maced us for being in the streets, like out of nowhere.
So I spoke to police officers. According to police officers, they felt disgusted that the mayor made that decision. They're here on the mayor's behalf, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, according to police officers down there, in that direction. And that's on a GoPro cam for evidence.
Hey, wait!
So,
I need overtime too! Got a massive motherfucking size! Got a massive motherfucker!
people are concerned that police officers are not wearing masks for the coronavirus.
Officer Weir said it was because can't be heard with a mask on.
Yeah, so he talks.
Officer said they can't wear masks because they can't be heard giving orders.
Yeah, you can't be heard talking to people. He said he wanted to talk to people, that's why he didn't want to wear a mask.
There's a disagreement there among the organizers about how they were going to move into the space. I think TK was advocating for slowly moving in. I think Maurice was saying let's run up on it. You see people moving the barricades now. So they're telling people to stack up the barricades. There's people moving the barricades out of the way now.
Hey, fire and go! Fire and go! Progress, PD!
Look how the zombies are moving into Seattle. CHOPWA. Bottom middle.
Who's 6-year-old has to grow up here. Period. I'm worried about the world after I change where I live. Because I gotta live it. My 6-year-old nephew asked his mom 2 weeks ago how the police was filming black people. He's 6. He shouldn't be asking questions like that. So in order for him to not have to ask that question again, I have to change where I live first. Period. That's why I'm here. Change Seattle first. I'm winning this sign every day. You ever want to know why I'm here? You ever want to know why I'm here? I have to tell you every day why I'm here. The world's watching Seattle today. The world's watching us here to figure out how to change. We're not watching the world to figure out how to change. So why would I worry about changing the world?
Sadly, most of these kids are high on drugs right now.
We are together. We're going to change the world by changing Seattle. That's all I feel about changing Seattle right now. Because the world will follow if we change Seattle first. They're already following us. So let's change where we live and where we're at before we worry about everything else. We together? Yeah! We're with you! So what do we want? When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! Alright, now let's speak real quick.
What's up, you guys? God, I fucking love y'all. What's up? Yeah, like I always say, the real crew shows up here every fucking time. Every day. The real ones. Every day. The real ones, right? So you guys, I just gotta tell you, the only way to win is to stay consistent, right? We're here every fucking time. Every day. Every day. You're gonna win.
them redeploying the barricades down into the street. Just keep traffic away from the back of the group.
This movement is the most important thing of our life. All of you guys right here, raise your hands in support. That's right. Now this camera.
The kids are obviously getting really bored with video games, sitting in Mummy and Daddy's lounge, aren't they? This is the new entertainment.
So it's very important for you guys to acknowledge right now that you are part of the movement. Everyone that's over there that's not actually participating, they're just eating snacks, hanging out, listening to music, smoking and drinking. They're not helping the movement. You guys are helping the movement. This is it right here. So when everyone tells you you're not an ally, you're not supporting, tell them fuck you because I am. Right, if you're not moving, how can you be a part of the movement? Local motion. We're moving this whole shit.
He said, if you're not moving, how can you be part of the movement? That's a good line.
That right there is hiding. You keep hiding.
Waving at someone inside the department. Looks like they see an officer looking through a small window. You can see that officer through there. Looks like they're kind of nervous about the windows here, so can't
The
see
audio is
that
coming
officer
from
peeking
the
through
middle
every now and then.
left panel.
Everyone started waving at him.
We gave them an opportunity, now we're taking the shit. Is that understood? Every single day, so let's give them our demand. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I'm a little bit disappointed because I've not been able to cuss out a cop face to face for over a week. When I showed up at the precinct, I fully thought I was gonna walk up to another police line backed by military forces, and I was thinking of my lines the whole drive there. And when I got there, I was mad at see that their bitch asses and ran away and left the whole fucking precinct. But it's okay. I know they have to come out and address us eventually. These bitch ass cops can't hide forever, can they? But you know what, honestly, I think I know why they're so scared. I really think I do. Because never in my life have I seen so many people in the city of Seattle that were victims of war crimes. Do we have any here today? Raise your hand if you've been a victim of a war crime in the past 2 weeks.
If you've been nice, if you've been
Tear gas is a chemical warfare, and it has been banned since the Geneva Protocol in 1925. So if you have been tear gassed, you are the victim of a war crime. Look around and see how many hands you have up in the air right now. That is a lot of people. They are terrorists. And what is funny is that we've already gotten this lesson through history. The Nazis taught us this. Following orders is no excuse. Another thing that the Nazis taught us is that just because it wasn't a law before does not mean that you cannot be tried. Because genocide was not a law, or there was no law against genocide before the Nazis in World War II. And yet they were still trying for genocide. So the little loophole that they are hiding behind is that it is only a war crime to use chemical warfare if you are using it in international war. So they think that tear gassing their own citizens is perfectly acceptable. Now personally, I think that each and every one of those officers and their chiefs and their sergeants and the mayor who gave the orders should be charged with war crimes
but okay. Strong guys.
Hey, that's why, see, in order to charge these guys for what he's saying, right? We have to change this shit here so that we can hold them accountable for the shit they did with here.
Reporting the right shit.
We gotta change it. We gotta change this shit here to hold them accountable for using those words, just committing those war crimes against us. We gotta apply pressure to them every day, just like this, in order for them to be charged for that, right? But we gotta change this shit here to charge them, to hold them accountable. So every day we have to come out here and do this to put pressure on them and put pressure on the politicians. Because that's the only way we really can change. I've been done asking for shit. I've been done asking for shit. I've been asking for shit my whole life. My entire life I've been asking for shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm done asking for shit. I've been done. Now they're just gonna fucking do it, or we're gonna make them do it. That's the only choice they have. Either do it by yourself, or we're gonna fucking come out here and make you do it every fucking day. All day! All day! Every day! All day! Every day! All day! Every day! You guys are trying to get to $1 million. My AAD is like on 11,000. So we're getting there, bro. You guys gotta get to $1 million,
For those who've just joined, the audio is coming from the panel middle left, not the central panel. It's coming from this one here. That's CHOP, Seattle, where they've created an autonomous little territory in the middle of Seattle.
Guy who looked like he was trying to cause trouble over there.
Okay, so my name is Trinity. I've been here protesting the last, ever since the start, basically. And I've been inside since it's open, and I have so much to say, so much. Basically, I am fed up. I am so fed up with the government, with the police department, with all people saying that not all cops are bad. That's not true. And you know what? It is. They're not wrong, but the thing is, all cops, their position is bad themselves. They as people may not be bad people, but their job is corrupted. That whole system is corrupted. I'm just going to have to argue this so much. All lives matter? No. All lives will never matter until Black Lives Matter.
He said all lives will never matter until Black Lives Matter.
Now that is racist.
On Father's Day, at that, was walking through the store trying to get some cake for my father. And she was being followed around by the employees thinking that she was going to steal something. Just because she's a black woman walking around the store, that's not okay. Shit, you can change around here, so I'm tired of it.
There you go. That's what black people go through every day.
They're not going to do anything, so we need to make them a very uncomfortable. We need to change it. We need to take it from them. We need to make them do it. There is no and, if, or buts anymore. I'm so serious.
You can see in the intersection that we came through, they've now deployed all of the gates in all directions.
People over property, right? These people are trained. They are trained to defend the system no matter what the circumstance is, because that's their MO and that's where the money comes from. We could say that it comes from us, but at the end of the day, it goes into their regurgitation machine and they put it wherever they want to. We need to defund these people because their initiative does not benefit the people. It doesn't protect the people, and it doesn't serve our interests. They're domestic terrorists at the end of the day. They do
I agree, tell them.
and kill people who are innocent. This is unacceptable. That's why we're here, to disrupt every flow of their livelihood until they bend to our will, because they serve us to begin with. They have lost the fact that they work for us, and they've lost that narrative in their own system. We need to correct that.
The tragedy is, Simon, none of these guys know who the kids are. They're delinquent fathers.
Right, this is mass genocide. Every one of those names on that list.
So the guy you guys are asking about is over here by the intersection by the West Precinct.
Straight genocide.
He's just kind of walking around over there.
The longer it takes to fix this shit, the more people get checked off. Since this happened, several people. If I'm not mistaken, I heard 20 since this started from George Floyd, or 21. That means we need to fucking upgrade the shit out of our work to fuck their shit up because they're getting comfortable. If they're not scared from our disruption and they want to work with us in the city, then we need to be hitting them a lot harder than we are. But I hope everyone's ready to get out here every single fucking day until they break. Every day! Every day.
And Madison right here.
Is it Tuesday? Wednesday? Thursday? Friday? Saturday? Sunday? Is it Tuesday? Okay. Every single fucking day. Is it Father's Day? Is it Christmas? Is it Easter? Is it Thanksgiving? Some of y'all know it's pre-Easter, don't lie. Tell me. After the food. Every day though, you guys get the message every single day. If we stop now, y'all gonna get your ass beat once they see you do. Y'all been patronizing them, they gotta come for you. We need to break this shit so that they don't get no chance. Snap that whole baton right into pieces. Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! Black lives matter!
All lives matter. All lives matter. All lives matter. All lives matter.
Okay. If you guys have heard, in 2013, Camden, New Jersey, ended up successfully defunding the police. They ended up redistributing the wealth in other areas to the community. There was a prison that ended up getting taken down, and that was in Camden. There was schools that got more money put into. The police system was fired. They ended up rehiring them. The population was a lot smaller than our population. We have about more than 700,000 people in Seattle. There we go. 700,000 people. More than that. When it happened in Camden,
Please remember to subscribe to be kept informed, guys. Subscribe to the Loving Life channel.
Homicides. We can do that here. They turned in their badges and they had the police reapply. They had them reassessed. And that's what we need. We need that reassessment. We need that extra training. And they need that extra support. And they need time to reconsider if they actually want to continue this relationship. If they want to make sure that they want to keep our people safe. They are supposed to be our guardians, not warriors of the city. We don't need warriors, we need guardians. We have, over at the top, we have guardians there. These people here are supposed to be that. They have blacks in that department. Race blacks in that department. And they're here to put them in line. And what has been done already in the East Coast, we're doing that. We can do it on a bigger scale, in a bigger city. Guardians are actually to make a change. And guess what? Our change is only what we have today. Don't even look at it as you're going to see it in your lifetime. Look at it as it might happen in 50, 20 years from now. All the changes that you want to see today, they may come true, but they may happen in your lifetime, but it's still going to happen. But what you're doing today is going to make that happen eventually. Just remember that. You're doing something that's going to change significantly 20, 30, 40 years from now. Your whole fucking life! You're going to do it. You're going to make all the changes. That's why we're here.
So speeches being given here, the West Precinct Police Department, downtown Seattle.
Over the last week or so. Did you know that Seattle is 93% white? Did you also know that 14% of the SPDs commit 40% of the excessive use of force cases against black people? 14% of the SPDs, I'm going to say that again, 14% of the SPDs commit 40% of the excessive use of force violations on black people. Oh, wait. It gets better, y'all. It gets way fucking better. Right now, walking the streets of Seattle, still policing our fucking communities and our people, are 30 officers who have pending cases of excessive use.
I just cannot get over how many young white women are in this environment. It's just absolutely disgusting.
4 of these officers who have OISs with an officer-involved shooting, and they're still pending. Still fucking that is not okay. Those officers, gone. Now. Those officers need to be disbarred. They need to lose their fucking badges forever and never be able to fucking practice their stuff.
I didn't choose it. I always change that shit. Y'all understand that? I wouldn't choose those things without you. You don't understand that? With all your privilege, I would still choose my way. Y'all get that? And I'm going to fight to have the same life as y'all have. I said earlier.
Okay, the audio now is coming from the big image in the center, top.
All day with us. But who's really going to put in the good work? Who's going to really stand up and make a change and show us that our Black lives matter? How many of you white people out here have a credit score of 700 or higher?
Not true.
Now, how many of you white privileged people with these 700 scores are willing to co-sign for a black family to get a house? How many of you white privileged people are out here willing to co-sign for that minority to get that 2020 car that he wants, that he has the money for, but he just don't have the credit? And they won't give him a chance. The bank ain't gonna take a chance on him.
I'm over it.
But y'all got credit.
Okay, you can't shut your mouth then.
Y'all got privilege.
Come on.
How many of y'all willing to use that privilege to help somebody? It's quiet now. The hands going halfway up now. Black lives kind of matter. They matter every once in a while. Do they matter now? Because we need change now. We don't need change in the future. We don't want y'all to wait till after the war is over and see that we came out on top and be like, oh, we was with y'all the whole time.
Looks like there are a few Trump people at Asheville, North Carolina, in this area here. They've got guns with them, and that's kind of put a stop to the celebrations of BLM. That's the bottom center, the big image.
Burn it to the fucking ground. I just feel like it'd be a lot of talk. It'd just be a lot of hot air being blown. And I don't mean that to offend nobody out here. Yes, sir, you can. You got something to say, brother? Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Mic check.
Black power.
Black power.
Come on, man. Black power.
Black power.
I apologize if anything that I say is in the ear outside of what we generally feel. This is comfortable. But this is not the environment to have comfortable conversations. My name is Bill.
Sorry guys, we're just trying to fix that little technical glitch. Yeah, Glenn says this is what happens when you have a nation of children raised by single mothers and raised by single mothers in a female-dominated education system. None of these boys were taught how to be men. Okay, we're just waiting for the technical stuff to be sorted out. We'll be back up again. Crazy what's happening in America. Here we go. We're coming back.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah, Yeah, I was at the Justice Center after the two groups split the other night, and I didn't see anything happen. I was a part of that group that they got told that they got dispersed, and then they came back. I was part of the group that came back. I did not get dispersed. So, well, thanks, Tiffany. I can't tell you how much
Okay, so the audio now is the middle right-hand panel, which is Seattle, Washington. That's a West Coast Washington.
See, we've still got that car behind us. Looks like they got somebody filming out of the sunroof, and the driver's filming as well. See how this group continuing to move towards the freeway on Boren Avenue in downtown Seattle. We're about 2 or 3 blocks away from the freeway now. Be marching onto the southbound lanes shortly, and then normally the group hops over into the northbound lanes, because there's normally a little more traffic going northbound.
On the life of all men and women that lost their lives on behalf of the police department, black men, black women, it seems as though they've been treated in an unfair way when it comes to police. They decide to shoot rather than wait. They say wait, then they shoot.
See a group of about 100 people here, moving through Boren and Stewart, and about to head onto the freeway. You see the people on bikes kind of moving in front to secure these intersections up here. I already see a guy diverting traffic up there, keeping them from.
You got bikes
diverting people to the left up there, so that they don't come down these lanes.
You got guys on bikes diverting traffic. I mean, really, what has happened to the police?
This guy's saying this is not Burning Man, this is not Coachella, this is not the Fire Festival. So this group is the group that wants people to march every day, not just hang out in the zone, not just chill in the zone, eating and drinking.
The whole country, the whole world is looking at. So we can do this all the way, Seattle way like we've always been doing.
Call out right now, say her name, from the freeway now. People calling. People saying, march with us now. Must be some people. Looks like he joined whoever they were talking to. It's normally when the claps go out.
Tonight at about midday in America, 8 p.m. Johannesburg time, I'm going to be talking to the first woman to do a heart transplant in the world, Dr. Susan Vosloo. That's 8 p.m. Johannesburg time tonight, Monday night. Hope you can join us.
Turning left to head to the freeway. What do the traffic cams look like right now, guys? It's the traffic on 5. I'm guessing it's pretty sparse since they normally shut it down.
This is a societal problem. These officers come from communities here in America. Some of them went to our former schools. Some of them are even our family members. This is not just a systemic problem. It is also a societal problem. And it is on each of us to make sure that we educate those around us so that we can end the societal racism that has led us on so far.
Looks like they're saying both directions are shut down, if I'm reading this correctly.
Apologies for the language, guys, but this is a bunch of zombies on the street.
These are our streets. Why are we in a rush to get through? Why are we in a rush to get through if these streets belong to us? Whose streets? Our streets. 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 Whose streets? Our streets.
1 block from the on-ramp now. Just about to head on to I-5 south. And I'm guessing we'll hop over the median onto the northbound lanes, since those normally have more traffic.
All lives matter.
You can see the about to shut down this.
All lives matter.
Looks like they're letting a few more cars go through. Now they're gonna shut it down once this light turns. Yeah. So one more squeezing through. So now they're shutting it down.
Just responding to Simon Legree, just think these kids normally sit in front of these video boxes 12 hours a day, so this for them is excitement, so I don't see this going away soon.
You see the bikes heading ahead to make sure there's no traffic. Shut it down.
Slow it down a little bit, let our bike people go secure the street so none of us get ran over. You know, we don't want none of that happening.
So you can see the group now moving on to the freeway.
At First of Man, yes, I believe these are all live
the chant was
streams.
no Nazis, no KKK, no racist USA. So it looks like we got, hard to count, maybe 50, 60 people if you count the people behind. You see they're putting these cones out to stop people from coming behind on the on-ramp. Doesn't look like there's any traffic here in either direction that I hear right now. do think even despite there being no traffic, I think the group still considers it a victory in a way, because they did shut down a major West Coast interstate with only 50 or 60 people. Just with the threat of marching out here every day, they shut it down, which is pretty incredible that this small of a group can have that big of an impact on, major traffic going through Seattle. See downtown in the background there, and the interstate. Interstate just Walking Dead style. Nobody here. Kind of eerie. Be walking out on the freeway, just zero traffic. You see people heading over the barricade to the northbound lanes. If it's anything like yesterday, we'll start marching just on the freeway.
Simon, you raise a really interesting point. You say you and I would get a federal charge for violating interstate commerce. The problem is the mainstream media are complicit in what's going on. They are promoting this. And the authorities are so scared to get on the wrong side of the CNNs and the CNBCs and the NBCs and etc., that they just let it happen. It's just become ridiculous.
You see people hopping over the barricade here onto the north side. Nothing on the north side either, though. It's anything like yesterday, we'll march one direction or another. See people up on the bridge again.
All lives matter.
Checking out what's going on down here. You hop up here real quick. See, I can see they're holding that on-ramp we just came down, and then nothing there in the southbound lanes.
We already blocked it before we got here. You see that? They knew we were coming out here, so they're scared. They preemptively blocked what we were going to block. That's how disruptive we're being. We're disrupting without even being present. That's crazy.
He said we're disrupting without even being present. That's crazy. Sounds like the organizers are talking about what they want to do now. If they want to hang out here or walk forward. Seems like there's not really sure which direction they want to go. Kind of being discussed right now. See people pointing in different directions.
This is what's crazy. There are 2 or 3 organizers in Seattle, Washington, who are deciding exactly where their little gang are going to go. You know, if the police had the authority, they could just take those guys out and all this would go away. It's absolutely ridiculous.
All of your voices need to be heard in this war. Alright, so once again, black women to the front, please. You guys have the most unheard voices historically.
So it looks like they're going to hold this spot and let people come up to speak, especially encouraging black women to come up and speak.
I spoke earlier at the precinct, but I didn't tell you my story because I wanted to keep it short. My name is Declan. I come from Kent. The reason why I'm up in Seattle leads everyone else in this area.
So yeah, you can see no traffic, so looks like we're going to go to talks now.
What you're doing is amazing. I've been up here for 1 day so far. You all built an amazing thing. This right here with all you, thank you. I am glad I'm part of this. Y'all are amazing. Okay. Glad here, bro.
For those of you that want to take a seat, it's okay. You guys deserve it because I closed both sides for us. You want to take a seat? It's okay. It's perfectly fine. The fact that the police saw us at the precinct, videotaping us from the inside, looking all directions. Okay, we came out here to post that message that our voices need to be heard. They're listening to our black voices, whether they want to come out or not. So they still hear us. They hear us when you guys show up. So I appreciate it showing up, marching to that precinct, leaving CHOP for a moment to make sure that this movement is still important and it still matters. Because that is what Black Lives Matters is. Whose life matters? Black Lives Matter! Whose life matters? Black Lives Matter! Whose lives matter? Black Lives Matter! Whose lives matter?
All lives matter.
Life matters!
All lives matter.
Give it up for yourself. One time.
Hey, listen. My brother said that he wanted to see some black women up here speaking. And ever since he said that, I ain't seen nothing but black men speaking. So I would like to see a woman come up here and say something, because your voice matters. Come on up and speak your piece. Come on.
What about white women?
Come speak your piece. Y'all have a story.
Seem to be a lot of them there.
Every single one of you women out there has an experience, has a story, and has a voice, and it deserves to be heard. So come up here and speak your piece.
We ain't got no black women that want to speak. Let's get some other women. It don't matter.
It's like that, but they're closing it off and people are trying to push it.
I never quite find my voice the same way as I do when I'm in a group with you guys. And that's all I have to say, because if you ever want to say something and it calls to you and it's in your heart, let me tell you something. I'm going to do a little skit for you, okay? We did this the other day. Well, not like a skit, but you know, you're reaching for the megaphone and you just hear that little voice in your head. You're like, I don't want to talk. I'm just, I really don't want to do this. I'm so uncomfortable. I'm just blah, 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 blah. Just fucking block it out. Dissociate, do what you gotta do. Everything you have to say, when it's coming from the heart, it's gonna come out.
Sorry about the language, guys. These kids are high on drugs.
Judge you. We're all here together, right? We're not, there's not fucking a drop of bad blood here. That's what we've been saying. So if you have something to say, I've been saying shit, I can't talk. I've been screaming, you guys thought I was dying. Stop, fuck now! So you guys, if you got something to say, just say it. This is the place. This is going to be one of those few times that you actually step forward and say something. We're making history. Grab your opportunity. Grab the fucking megaphone. Who wants it?
There we go.
Sorry.
You know why I stand before you with this microphone today?
Before you start speaking, I would just like to know you could have said excuse me before walking over my body.
Very sorry. Well, then I think the first thing I need to say is I love you. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you are. I don't care what you believe and what you know. The only thing that I want you to know is that I love you. That I love you with every fiber of my being, with my entire heart and soul. No matter who you are or where you are, all I have for you is love. And that was the only thing you ever needed to hear. If you have access to some sort of technological device that will allow you to access the internet in our society, there is something that I worked on my whole life to say, and I already did it, so I'm not going to stand here with the mic forever. You can get on YouTube and you can look up the book that saved the world. I don't know what it is, and neither do you if you don't look at it. Who else wants the microphone? Who else has a voice? Who else wants to be heard?
Hey, yo. Let me say something for those people here, or for the assholes here. You're up there for a reason, and we're down here for a reason. We're here because Black Lives Matter. You're up here being a fucking troll because you don't understand what Black Lives Matter means, apparently. So, I'm going to tell you something.
Hey, let's get a fit.
There's been a lot of black people being killed out here.
Come on,
so for you to stand up there and act like an asshole is very disrespectful. You want to come be part of history? Come down here. Come show me you stand with me. Come down here.
Told the people on the bridge to come down here.
For the record, 70% of black murders in America are black on black violence.
I hear a police siren behind us, but I don't see anything.
hand to Snapchat. Put that camera down. Take action. I am not here for your social media feed, you poser.
Hey, climb down that vine. There's a picture
I am not here for your social media.
There's a rope right there. You can walk down it. Come on. The freeway's closed. We got the freeway. Come be a part of here, big woman recording. We're really trying to change history.
Don't point at somebody else. You know we're talking to you. Start taking cameras and take action. Alright, that's fine. They don't want to join us. We don't need them. That's fine. We got enough people here. And what I want to say is, I am so proud of my city. I say this almost every day. But I just look around at the diversity amongst this group. Just look around you. Nobody here looks the same. Nobody here looks the same. Nowhere else in this country do we have such diversity as Seattle. And that is why the whole world is watching us to see what we are capable of as a human race united. As a people united. My entire life.
Actually, the reality is we're watching because you're a bunch of zombies and druggies, and we are just absolutely shocked at what's happening in America. That's the reality. How they can let this happen. Thank you for clapping.
I ain't from here. I live it. Hello?
I mean, you're being sarcastic. The fact that money's not equal to something. Money, you name it.
You don't think it's odd that Jeff Bezos is on his way to being a trillion?
I've been here 2 days. I'm headed back to Alaska. But I'm proud to be here. And I used to live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in the early 70s. And I've been in many a protest. And I'm proud to be here with you. Thank you very much for the privilege.
This guy says he came down from Alaska and he's proud to be part of the group.
Alright, I'm going to make this real quick, real brief. From LA, I've been out here about a year now. I get up every day. I go punch a clock at a job that I know there's no advancement for me. I get up every day. I have a 15-year-old who can't be a part of this, who I told her that I was going to come out here and lift my voice and speak so that she can have an opportunity to do the same thing. For all you youngsters out here, I was a part of the Rodney King riots. Let me tell you something. There was nothing but anger in that riot. The difference with this time, there's anger, there's focus, there's community, there's a diversity of people. I have never seen this many different faces in one place to fight for human peace. And it makes me proud as an OG, whatever you want to call me. I'm going to get up tomorrow, go to the slave ship, do the same thing I've been doing, and I'll be back out here again tomorrow night, representing, because that's what we got to do. Every day.
So this group sitting in the middle of the I-5, I-5 north, no traffic.
Out here, do not give up. Do not give up. We lost focus with Rodney. We lost focus in Missouri. Let's not lose focus in Seattle. Let's not lose focus in Seattle. The fight goes on every day, every day. 2 weeks from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, until the job gets done, come out here and punch the clock. Every day, every day, every day, every day, every day, every day.
Looks like some of the guys that were up on the bridge are now coming up from the back. People cheering at him from coming down. Now people calling up at other people on the bridge to come down.
We gonna right? So everybody needs to know that they were supposed to block the highway until 9:30, but clearly they're afraid to have this movement disrupt everything. So they're going to keep continuing to block the pathways, and they're going to continue to do everything they can to partition the people from us, because they don't want them to see how powerful not even 100 people can be. We can shut down the highway with less than 100 people and they can't do shit about it.
Just imagine how you would be feeling if you lived in Seattle right now. I mean, it's like some alien force has taken over your hometown.
Privilege is power! Privilege is power! Privilege is power!
Step back here and give you guys a elevated view. So here's the on-ramp we came onto, and then no traffic either direction of I-5 right now. So this group of about, I don't know, 50, 60 people just totally shut down both directions of I-5. Been giving speeches on the megaphones.
Hello everyone, my name is Jaime. I just first and foremost want to say I'm fucking big. I'm fucking proud and inspired by the movement love I see every day. I've been here for 1 week straight and I just noticed the appreciation, hard work.
Have a look at this Asheville NC in the middle, the big image. I don't see one black person there. I think they're all white people. Is this a Black Lives Matter get together? That's extraordinary.
Further up and further down each direction by the Seattle Department of Transportation. But the way the organizers are talking about it is, hey, if we hadn't come out, they wouldn't have shut it down. So they consider it a kind of a victory that the group was able to shut it down. So, yeah, sorry.
And wonder what they expected me. Why are you here? Why do you want us for a better life? Absolutely! Absolutely! And I just want to tell you, I am fucking proud. And I will keep sharing love, and I will keep asking questions, and I will keep talking to you and listening, just like every one of you. I challenge you, when you go back to the chop, I challenge you, talk to someone you've never seen before. Yeah. Ask them why they're here. Woo! And then have them talk, and then you talk. And next thing you know, they're going to tell the person about the story about
What do you mean you're not? They told me write that name down.
Okay, guys, we're now at Columbus, Ohio, bottom left.
Social.
And we're back to Seattle, top right.
I'm gonna talk about something that I experienced today with my friend Maurice and my brother Mark here. So today, we had a group of white folks, a group of white Christians, come onto the top and ask us if they can. No, Bootleg was there too. I'm sorry. Bootleg was there. I'll get there. Let me finish. And they came up and they recognized us as black leadership, and they asked for permission to play some worship music on the top. I was hesitant at first, but I realized that it wasn't my space to say no to, and that it was a space for everybody to offer something to the chop. So I said, okay, cool, go ahead. No speakers, do it acoustically, don't preach. You can do your music, but don't preach. We don't want to hear it.
Okay, guys, we just got a little bit of a technical issue here. We're just waiting for it to be fixed. If it's not fixed in a couple of minutes, we'll shut down this live stream, but you can see what's going on in America. And it ain't good. I'm going to shut down the live stream, guys. I do this every day, just a little bit of a look into what's happening in America and the chaos on the streets. You can see it's not good. Hope you... Well, we'll just see what's going on here in Columbus, Ohio.
I need to find someone with a charger block. This is unfortunate. Huh? Oh, video for sure. I mean, get good stills. Get good stills, but if there's something pops off, get...
Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! Wait. Whose lives matter? Black lives matter! Okay. So guess what happened? They didn't learn their lesson. So, I walked over to them. I told them that I'm going to own up to my mistake by saying that they were going to be welcome to play their music here. And I told them exactly what my brother Mark told me. That this space was not for their message. This was a space for them to come and learn and listen and hear the stories of the BIPOCs in this space and understand the trauma that we deal with on a daily basis. I then asked them if they wanted to join us on this march. 2 of them said yes, out of 17.
Are they here?
But let me tell you something. They were here. They joined us. They joined us for the precinct. But I don't believe that they're here right now.
Where they at though?
But my point is, two of them were educated, right? Two of them were like, okay, I see. I catch the message. The rest of them.
We'll keep going for a while, guys. Okay. Let's see what this woman has to say.
She asked me to speak to me. I said yes. We had a little conversation. And then her little homeboy came over. And he interrupted our conversation, which, by the way, I hate being interrupted. Let me just tell you, as a black woman, I hate being interrupted. I'm sick of that shit. Anyways. So this is my favorite part of this story, y'all. White boy comes up to me. And he says that he understands the message. And he understands why we're doing this. So, when Mark asked him, okay, what's the message? Why are we doing this then? Why are we doing this then? Let me tell you what his answer was. Well, I've been to Africa and I fed the orphans there. Right. Listen up.
I know we excited.
He said, I've been to Africa and I fed the orphans. I spent some time there on a mission trip. Okay. So, excuse me? I had the same reaction y'all did. Mark walked away. He couldn't handle it. He almost pissed himself.
I almost let him shut this shit down. That's what happened. I told him a timeline. She went out for an hour. I did 10 minutes.
So I'll tell you right now, I corrected this boy. I looked at him and I said, first of all, that's not the message. I was like, that right there is pure ignorance. You obviously don't understand why we're here. You want to know why we're here? It's not because we're starving. We're starving for fucking life. We're starving for air. We're starving for our children.
My son is
Anyways, I told him we're here.
Okay, guys, I'm going to shut down this live stream. That last statement was just ridiculous, where she says we're struggling for our children. Most children in the black community in America are without their dads because their dads just go missing in action. That's where Black Lives Matter is a huge issue. I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you enjoyed this cross. It just gives you an idea of what's going on in America. Please take care, and don't forget, 8 p.m. Johannesburg tonight, I'm talking to Dr. Susan Vosloo, who was a great friend of Dr. Chris Barnard, and she was the first lady to perform a heart transplant in the world. So she's an extraordinary woman, and she'll be on my main Loving Life channel at 8 p.m. Johannesburg time, which is about between midday